Happy National Seashell Day. This is insane. First of all, National Seashell Day is the first day of summer, 21st of June, which is also National Surfing Day, National Skateboarding Day, National Smoothie Day. Everybody wanted to put their holiday on the first day of summer. The first thing to tell you about this collection, I found none of these at the beach. I bought none of these at the beach. I haven't been to the beach in years. In fact, I bought none of these, period. This is the insanity of dumpster diving. Where's the best place to find seashells? It might be your local Goodwill dumpster. Look at these honking beasts. So these big ones, these conchs. I know some people say conch, weirdos. These conchs I just keep at the back of the yard, these big ones. Also, these are the ones I turn into hand crabs. What are hand crabs? I put a hand in the shell, like a skeletal hand, and then I paint the shell real nice. So any of these huge ones could be hand crabs. They're just sitting at the back of the yard. And these little ones that I find, I've been shoving in boxes. But you go to the beach, you find all these shells, or you buy the shells at the shell shops on the seashore. And then for whatever reason you decide you don't want them anymore, you give them to Goodwill. Goodwill throws them in the dumpster. Now sometimes they do try to bag them and sell them, but they'll put each of these bags I found in the dumpster, but a lot of them they put like $3.99 on each bag and couldn't sell them. So there's a remnant of a price tag. So sometimes they end up in the dumpster in bags. All the other ones, big or small, I fished out individually. Now the reality is, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with seashells. My major obsession was insects, but I had every, Peterson's field guide. I would just read field guides all day, and I couldn't wait to grow up so I could go to the beach or go in the forest and find stuff. So I might know the name of some of these shells. I did go shelling as an adult a few times, including Sanibel Island. I found a Junonia. It's obviously not these. I don't know whatever happened to it. Believe me or not, these are 100% dumpster finds, including this huge, I think this is called a spider shell or a finger shell. I'm trying to remember the difference between channel whelks, knobbed whelks, and lightning whelks. One of them is left-handed. Oh, here's two great examples. Oh, thank you for the cloud. One of these is the channeled whelk, and one of them, I guess, is a knobbed whelk. A lightning whelk, I believe, is the smooth one. This, maybe. But you see how these are turning one way. I don't know if you call this the left-handed one or the right-handed one. And these are turning the other way. So whelks are cool. Conchs are cool. I cannot remember what this is called. Oh, the other thing about dumpster shells, since they don't want to sell them, or they've determined that they can't sell them, and then they just throw them in the dumpster, a lot of the dumpster shells end up broken also. Like this certainly was thrown in with the rest of that piece. You know how impressed you'd be if you found something like this on the beach? And here I am just finding them in the Goodwill dumpster. Some kind of clam. I can't remember the names of all the bivalves. These are, of course, scallops. Check out this enormous scallop. Goodwill dumpster, baby. A few of them have been cut and processed in some way. Some of these big conchs were shiny, but I just have to put them outside. I don't have room inside. These, I think, are called turritellas or maybe augers. I can't remember what these are called. I can't even remember what the shell you'd want to give a hermit crab. What is that called? Oh yeah, and there are some plastic things I just include in here. That would be your famous seashell. Brazier. What is that? I do not remember. This is a type of olive, I think. What is this? Comment below. Oh yeah, so something like this might be a Christmas ornament. If I find something plastic or glass, I just throw it in the box. Also, and of course you can see there's a few starfish and what is this? What is this? I should know, but I don't. There's a few starfish and sand dollars. This is even a fake sand dollar. This would be a sea urchin. That's real. Oh, I was going to say, I think at the top of these conchs, they have this opening. I think that's done by octopi. Clams, oysters. Scallops. What is this? I cannot remember the name of this. Is it called a top? Here's a real big one. These are called shark eyes, aren't they? Not many of those in here. Here's a painted shell. This would have been a nightlight. I think there are some horse conchs in here, but just not impressively big ones. What is this? What is this? So this is fake. Plastic. This one, I think these are called helmets. That one's fake. I made a hand crab out of a real big one. A real and real big one of those. It would be hilarious if I did just suddenly see a Junonia. I remember what they look like. I found a tiny one on Sanibel. It was 20 years ago. What is this? Anyway, the third fake one is this. But I think even fake shells are impressive because you just cast them and mold them from real shells. What is this? See, that was possibly whole until they threw it in the dumpster. This is fake. This is plaster. What is this? Oh, those are nice and bleached. I think this is called a Murex for some reason. Some different kind of conch. Oh yeah, these are cowries. I remember that. Very shiny. What is this? I don't think this is North American. That's got to be the lightning whelk. Guam. You see, that one's been carved into. What is this? Let me find a horse conch real quick, because I think that's what these are. Now these can get huge, like 18 inches long, but yeah, these two horse conchs, those are impressive, right? So, Goodwill dumps their seashells. What the heck am I going to do with all these? It's a real sandal. No, it's not. That's fake. I think all the starfish here are real, but one like this has been dyed. Here's an ornament from a real shell. Let's hold up an impressive one for a thumbnail. And pretty much all I gotta say. Look at this. That, I think, is a terrestrial land snail. Now I gotta put it all away. I'd be remiss if I didn't also include this piece of shell art. This might be from like the 40s or 50s or something. But it is acrylic. Plex on the front. The frame has been through heck. But the shells are all intact. Some kind of peacock. All these shells that are cut in half. That's impressive. I got it for the low price of free. I don't know if it's worth restoring the shadow box or anything, but I've wanted to make like a Statue of Liberty, kind of like this, and I also want to make a Statue of Liberty hand crab, whereas I basically enhance 7 of these knobs, paint it Liberty green, and then the hand coming out would be holding a torch. I don't have time to do any of this. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. Very impressive. Shells on shells on beads on shells. $2.99. I think the termites got it. Happy Seashell Day. Goodbye.